start me off with explaining who is Dot Demo.
Dot Demo is Derek Ward from the South Bronx, from Stanley. Just talking about shit that I've seen, shit I know I've been through, other people have been through, and elaborating on it in a way I feel like niggas don't.
Okay. 3 adjectives that would describe who you are.
Unpredictable, aggressively passive aggressive. That's 2 words. Optimistic.
Okay. When you're making your music, who is your ideal audience? Do you have
Myself,
a fan?
my friends, my homies, people around me. I don't make music for people. I think every time I make music, I try to go back to how I started making music. How I started making music was I wanted to hear shit that I wanted to hear, but I thought that my friends wanted to hear. So that's when I started making it.
Okay. You smoke a lot.
Absolutely.
It's become part of your brand.
Absolutely.
How do you feel about the legalization of marijuana happening now
It's
in New York
beautiful.
City?
I mean, it's up and down. Certain things you can't do. Shit. New York knows, right? So an ounce is 28 grams. You know, if you get caught with less than 26, that's a situation. Yeah, that's crazy. 2 grams, nigga. Yeah, you can't have an ounce. Yeah, but no, look. So yeah, no, I love it. Yeah. But I mean, I'm happy that like it's more lenient, obviously. But we was doing what we was doing before. It was
Regardless.
done. Yeah.
Okay. I like to tell people that your sound is very eccentric soul rap.
With that being said, can I? All right, go ahead.
I like to tell people that your sound is very eccentric soul rap. Would you argue with that?
No. Because however you feel my music is however it is. You know, your opinion is how it is. And however you see it is however you see it. But that's the reason why I try not to have an opinion on it too much. But I guess it's more so, me and my people, we use the term boom bap trap, you know. Because it's some like intricate, like,
Right.
rapping shit that people got from the golden era mixed with some shit now that sounds presentable to the ear and cool. So yeah.
Right. So how do you put words on paper? What's your creative process like?
It depends on how I feel, I guess, that day. It depends on the beat, settings. You know what I'm saying? Usually, though, I love writing. I'm a writer more than I think, that person that comes in the studio like, yeah, nigga, so you ask this for me, bro. Okay. I'm the nigga who, like, writes. Yeah, I love it. So. It depends, like I said, on the music, on the certain things. I think he was saying it was smoke. But it's all good. Give me an ashtray. You got an ashtray? Keep going. Let's go. Give me an ashtray, though. Give me that brown bag over there. I'm here with it. Let's go.
Use a lot of references from the audio world, movie world, radio style intros, movies. For instance, in your new album, Keep the Change, You Filthy Animal as a part of one of the songs. What's your top 5 shows or movies?
Anchorman is my favorite movie of all time. Will
that.
Ferrell is my favorite actor that ever exists. Quentin Tarantino, anything Quentin Tarantino, anything Stanley Kubrick.
Stop. Because they're making noise. Let me ask you for you.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Ultra Nostra, which is your streetwear line, has
That's
a style.
it's our record label, it's our brand. It's
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me more about Ultra Nostra.
Yeah, it was something we thought of. I thought of 8, 9 years ago. I don't remember at this point now. Maybe even 10. It was, I don't know, but we thought about this thing, Ultra Nostra. It derived from Costa Nostra, obviously, which is this thing of ours, it was like the Italian
Right.
mob situation, but we wanted.
You grew up around a lot of Italians too.
Yeah. I had a friend named Matteo, who's a PS1. His family used to call me Carmelo. But yeah, no, I like shout out to Primo Dog, my man Killer. There was a point in time when I was like infatuated super with like just watching movies with that, like trying to, and learning about certain things. I love the name Coastal Motion. It was something about it that that had a ring to it. So Coast just sounded a lot like Ultra, which I also did research on because my grandfather, shout out to Blood, you know, it's big. He was in Vietnam, so he used to talk about stuff like Agent Orange and MK Ultra and like Breed Marsh and shit, and I learned about that different from like that, and I learned, and it was crazy to me. MK Ultra was dope, so the name was crazy to me. MK Ultra was mind control, briefly mind control, like US shit. I don't want to be too.
Conspiracy theorists.
It's something as in that realm. So I just loved MK Ultra and Ultra. Coaster sounded like Ultra. You know what I'm saying? So Ultra, Nostra, Coaster, Nostra. So it's like the mind mafia, the smart, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
People, yeah.
And then you also added that element of the supreme mathematics by putting the 7 as the L.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Just to tie everything.
What have these teachings, right? The 5% teachings. What does that mean to you? Did that influence as well?
Supreme confidence teaches you how to appreciate your culture and yourself. Have a higher meaning. It's like a riddle every day you wake up to, and it's like how to figure it out. And I think every time you have some kind of concentration every day to concentrate on, it makes you better every day in the sense of just not thinking about anything. And the supreme mathematics, like you gotta know what day it is. What that day adds on up to, you know what I'm saying? So stuff like that, it, you know, subconsciously makes you better, quicker, sharper, and shit like that.
Amazing. Okay. Speaking of there's a lot of history here that you're speaking about, right? And speaking about that, what's your connection with, you know, one of hip hop's greatest, Lord Finesse?
I think Mecca, I don't know if this nigga Mecca helped out that shit, but shout out to Mecca if he did. Shout out to Mecca in general. But yeah, no, Finesse, I don't remember how that quite happened, but I'm grateful that nigga even knows who I am. And I went to a session one day with him, and he was listening to music and hearing me rap and shit, and he was like, "Nigga, you nice." And like just hear it now, it's like, damn, nigga, you know who you are. You know what I'm saying? So that was beautiful in itself. But yeah, man. And he just, and you know, what was it? Noisy Vice? What was it? Noisy did an interview for me, and they reached out to him, and he said some really good words. I love you for this. Yeah. It's my dog.
That's fire. I want to bring it back to the now, right? Any artists that you like right now, particularly maybe under your roster, under the label you're trying to build?
I don't want shit was plug niggas. But yeah, no, I mean, Nas, Nero, Fake Flea, Running Up Day, Gene, Draven, Running Up Drake, goddamn, Caris, goddamn, I said Nas already. Motherfucker. Who am I forgetting? Oh, shit, goddamn.
Is there a way to pick these guys?
No,
they have to have
these
a certain standard.
These niggas pick me. I'm grateful to even be in their presence. Sometimes I just come across them and people play their music to me, and they're like, "Yo, this nigga, my man's on them." They bring them to the studio. And it just so happened that they like before they even come to the studio, they try to figure out, you know, who I am. My other brother, shout out Running Up Day, my heart, man. It's my dog, did everything, you know, produced all of the stuff that came out for the past 4 joints probably. But yeah, he'll probably come through and say some shit like, yeah, I know this dude, or Xavier over here, my here's my dog, and, you know, this is my family, man. This is my family. Like, these is niggas who every day they say certain things like, fuck this nigga right here. I listen to him like, oh, I actually fuck this nigga. And it just so happened now we got a song together, or it just so happened now that person is in my house every day,
Right.
working with my little brother. And then it just so happened now after that they put motion, buy it, throw it up there, and shake it. So it's a
beautiful thing.
So it's all very organic.
Yeah, no, everything.
That's
For
awesome.
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
so talk to me a little bit more about 9300 and the title, right? What the album you're hoping to accomplish with it, and the fact that your little brother helped produce it.
Yeah, Running Up Day, where he produced probably, I don't want to say percentage, but a lot of it. Shout out to Rizzy 2 times, Pacino the Plug. We have another nigga named dude, can I curse this?
You can do whatever you want.
Alright, well, yeah, no, there's another motherfucker named Day. I forgot, Beats by Day or something like that. That's not a thing to say. So look, Beats by Day. Appreciate you. I love you. Yeah, he helped out on one of the stuff. Your Drunk Uncle. It's another person. I think that's it actually. There's probably about 5 people in total. My little brother, Pacino, and Riz, and myself was the finishing touches on everything. Yeah, 9,300 though. It's 14 records.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's like everything that we've made put together. It makes just sense of everything we've made. Just
Was this something you made during the pandemic?
sure. Yeah, absolutely, actually. for
Okay.
Sure. I mean, we had some records, maybe 1 or 2 that was made before then, but everything was definitely done during that time. Time that we had to spend on it.
Right.
Yeah.
So while some people were, maybe relaxing and not doing anything and just taking time off, you were in the studio just working on the music.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to put that on myself. I'm doing a lot of stuff during this time, but yeah, no, that was we have fortunately just from the work we put in, we have a dope kind of space, an environment for us to wake up to and just work every day, and we've done that. Came up with a few good products. Like I said, my little brother hasn't just helped with anything. I mean, he's done.
So it seems like
For Real to Delirium, there was My Brother's Keeper, which was a project that me and him fully did. What was next?
it just seems like where you live is like the go-to place to be creative.
Is it?
From what I've seen, from what you're telling me, from the articles I've read about you, it seems like you have this whole, and from what you just told me about how everything just comes organically together, it seems like people gravitate towards you to be creative. Would you say that's
I think
true, or do you bring out the best in creativity of people?
Not me specifically, but I would think the people around me and just the energy specifically, and it's not just me in general. It's
It's a synergy,
sure.
which is a song on your
Come
album.
on, man. Good segue. But yeah, that was yeah, it's definitely that. I think people see the things that we've done throughout the years and appreciate it because it's consistent and it's careful. You know what I'm saying? And every
There's a
single
method
word.
to your madness.
Yeah, it's careful. It's something that's been done throughout the years in a right way, I guess. Yeah.
I love it. And I also see that you're quite the entrepreneur. There's a streetwear line. There's an app that provides hip-hop quotes, am I mistaken, called The Daily Gems.
I would never even speak on that. I would. Let me. So look, shameless plug. Shout out to Frank the Jeweler. Shout out to Ultramatic X and myself. Shout out to Vince. There's this little people that helps out with that. But yeah, Daily Gems is a digital platform to help out upcoming artists and give you motivational quotes throughout the day and weekly. Mixed with a video platform, mixed with a clothing brand. It's multiple things.
You also have a production studio?
Sure, something like sure.
Omerta? Is that what
Omerta, that's me and this guy with my brother Xavier, Ultra Nostra X. Omerta Studios, yeah, that's our other situation. And it's all connected to Ultra Nostra.
Right. Is that where you produce most of your content, through that?
Yeah. Through Ultra Nostra, Omerta, or Daily Gems. For the past, goddamn years, I don't even couldn't even put them. So, but yeah, no, we try to make sure we keep it in-house.
That's very smart. And I'd love to get some advice, you know, speaking to the younger entrepreneurs, right?
Get your ass a team, man. One of my favorite sayings in the world is if you want to go far, you go by yourself. You want to go fast, you go by yourself. And you go far, you go with other people. Go with a team.
100%.
I love that saying because it makes a lot of sense. You know, you gotta be somebody else's next to you strengths where they weak at.
100%.
I appreciate that about just that. And I come from sports. I play ball, all that and shit. So, man, I never looked at stuff like that to be dolo issue type shit.
Right. And if it weren't for music, where do you think you would be?
Couldn't answer that. Fez be on I. Nah, I'd probably play ball. I'd probably play basketball. I'd probably be a motherfucking architect. I'd probably be the president that did it. I don't know what the hell I'd be.
I love it. I love the ambition.
Yeah.
That's fine. You said in an interview with Vice years ago that you would love to move to Los Angeles. Is that still in the plans? That you would love to move or be in Los Angeles?
No, I take that back.
Is that right? Is that still in the plans? And why did you say
I'll be
Los
back
Angeles?
coast.
You
I
would
love
like
that. I love Los Angeles because I mean it's being from New York, cold, the climate, that shit is ridiculous. Yeah. I just was talking to somebody the other day. The nigga was like, yeah, summer in New York only lasts like 2 months. Man. That's fucking crazy. This nigga is right. I mean, recently it's been crazy though. It's been like hot as hell. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's some certain shit.
Well, how do you feel about climate change since we're here?
That's some certain shit. CRN.
Mm-hmm.
Certain conductors and some niggas is making sound and fucking with the sound. Look, take that part out too.
Okay, this is my last question. What's something a lot of people may not know about you? Like, who do you fan out to? Which, off the record, you kind of told me this a little bit.
What did I say? Erica Badu. Well, who else?
There's a planet Earth situation.
David Attenborough. That is my dog. David Attenborough, Planet Earth. So, every single day, for the past, I don't know how long, all I watch is like National Geographic, so like kind of Animal Planet kind of shit. Like I don't know why I'm like so infatuated with that shit, but David Attenborough, man, you my dog. Holla at you, man.
Would you find out if you were to see him?
Absolutely. I heard he's a knight or some like real extinguished shit. Distinguished. I said extinguished.
Yeah, you said it right.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so look, he's that. And he's like extra. And yeah, nah, man. I would love to meet up with bro. I love him. Yeah,
You also said something that you would love for him to narrate.
Yeah, I would love for him to narrate the album. Him and what's the other dude who does Hell's Kitchen?
Oh, the chef.
David Bourdain. Anthony Bourdain.
Anthony Bourdain. Oh, okay, the one that
Is
the
Anthony Bourdain?
traveling food.
No, but it's the one with the
Taster.
English accent with the slick back.
Yeah, I think it was Anthony.
I think when they passed.
I'm sorry if it's not. Oh yes, he did.
He
Yeah,
passed
listen,
away.
come on. It's not Guy Fieri. It's another dude. It's in the top of my tongue. Without pause. I can't remember it right now, but we get to it. I remember it later on. Gordon Ramsay. Yes. Shout out my guy. Shout out my guy. I don't know why I remember it. My fault, dogs. There's the porn song right there. But look, Gordon Ramsay is crazy. That's my guy.
Can you cook?
Like a motherfucker. Yeah, we're gonna do another episode. Man.
So we might see you doing, something with Gordon Ramsay and, taste testing.
Love
Love it. Anything else that you'd like the world to know about you?
Nah, man, that demo Ultra Nostra 9300, it is hot as shit under this light. Viper Records Ultra Nostra. I'm here, we here to stay. You want me tired? Yeah.
I like it.
I'm feeling marvelous. And y'all running around wild, malnourished, and you got an attitude because you hungry. That ain't on me. You heard? Eat a dick. Fuck out of here.
Takes a certain kind of living to have just precision. Takes a certain type of time and to be death defying. Takes a certain kind of nigga get this shit delivered.